Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Thanks for joining me. Today I get to share with you a project for Spellbinders and Fun Stampers Journey using the Stamp of the Month Club Kit for May 2019. This month's kit is called Natural Dreamer. It's a beautiful stamp set. Two gorgeous images on there, and then 4 sentiments that are very inspiring. Because you're so special, you are an inspiration. Thanks for being you. And one of them is almost poetic. It says, "Sky above me, earth below me, and fire within me." So just a beautiful and fun stamp set. I've said this before, but I always like the Fun Stampers Journey sets because they come on their own storage sheet, which is lovely, and they stand up in a little basket, which makes it great. So we're going to bring in our Misty to do some stamping. I'm going to remove my foam pad here. We don't need that because they are red rubber. And for my project today, I'm only going to be using this image. It's the image of the beautiful lady with the butterfly in her hair. I'm going to stamp her with Memento Tuxedo Black ink on some Nina 80-pound cardstock. Both of these are alcohol marker and Copic friendly inks and paper. And now we're going to color it in. While we color, I'm going to play some music, and when the music's done, I will get you back. Okay, coloring is almost all done. Next I'm going to take my scissors and just fussy cut around her. I love the bright colors in her hair, and the yellow butterfly just pops. And so I was happy with the coloring. Next we're taking a piece of white cardstock that's a panel. I trim my panels to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, and I'm going to take a 1/4 inch off of each side here. Well, the top and side piece. That way I have a panel that's 4 inches by 5 1/4. Next I'm going to bring in a Spellbinders die. This is a super beautiful die, and I'm only going to use the window portion. It's going to cut out a decorative window. This is called the leaf border die, and we're going to make a landscape style card. And so I placed it on there, ran that through my die cut machine, and I'm just punching out all those little pieces there, and you can see the beautiful window that it creates. After we have that done, I want to do some shading with my Distress Oxide inks. Just to get my shading right, I did use a pencil and mark the corners of that window. Now for the Oxide inks that I'm going to be using today, I have Worn Lipstick, Dusty Concord, and Broken China. And I'm going to be doing some blending here on a panel that is a little bit larger than my window. Starting off with my Worn Lipstick, we'll shade that on the bottom. I am doing my shading on Strathmore Bristol Smooth Cardstock. I just find that it's easier to blend on. But after I have my Worn Lipstick down, I went in with Dusty Concord. And after Dusty Concord, I'm going to go in with some Broken China. I think these three colors are just beautiful together, and they kind of match the florals in her hair. So I thought that it created a real fun background. I'm just using my blending tools and kind of making sure that the transition is nice and smooth. And once I'm happy with that, I'm going to take my Distress sprayer, add some water droplets to my panel here. Just using a towel, I'll pick up that excess water. And it's going to give me a little detail in that background. Okay, after we have this done, I'm going to take my card base, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. It's a standard note card. Next, I'm going to adhere my colored panel we just created with our Oxide inks. Before I permanently tack it down, I'm going to adjust it just a little bit. Next, we're going to flip over our frame, and I'm going to add some foam tape behind here for a little bit of dimension. And after I added my foam tape, I realized I didn't stamp my sentiment yet. So I was checking to make sure I had enough foam tape on there that it would stamp smoothly. And I got lucky. So I'm bringing in my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And for my sentiment for today's card, I chose "You Are an Inspiration." I'm going to stamp it on the underneath the right corner of the frame here. Okay, I'm going to remove the release paper off of my lady, and then we're going to place her to the left of the card. And I think the colors are just gorgeous, and I think she turned out so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to bring in some bells and whistles. So these are some iridescent jewels, iridescent bubbles from Studio Katia. I'm adding a few here and there, and the iridescent bubbles are actually picking up the colors in her hair and in the background, and I think it's turned out so pretty. And then for the flowers in her hair, I'm going to add some little dots of white using Nuvo Jewel Drops. These are Simply White, not jewel drops, I'm sorry, they're Nuvo crystal drops. So we have little dots in the center. One flower had little dotted accents, so I'm filling it in with my white gel pen. And I thought while we're at it, we'll add some little detail to our hummingbird down here, and also to the butterfly. We'll add some just to the butterfly wings. But that finishes off my card today using the Spellbinders and Fun Stampers Journey Stamp of the Month for May 2019. I just think it's super fun and beautiful. Everything that I used today, guys, will be listed down below in case you're interested. Thank you so much for stopping by. I wish you a fantastic day, and we will see you again soon. Bye-bye.